Greetings, my name's Dave Strom. I'm writing my first novel called The Comic Book Code. And I'm just going to tell you, this is one of the later chapters in the book, one of the last ones where the evil superfix machine has to be stopped from going off. Chapter 58, What Has Gone On Before. At the twin-boobed nuclear power plant on I-5, yes, there really is such a power plant, the combination of the superfix machine and the Holy Grail statue are about to send a mind control pulse that will enslave the world. Sven and Ava are about to enter the core room. Oh, I have this slightly written wrong. Well, they're about to enter the power core room where Sven is going to destroy the Holy Grail statue with a lutefisk bullet in his single-shot gun. Supervillain, spit-off, evil movie director, super strength, flight, able to morph matter, and an annoying French accent. Barbie Bunny, strength, flight, the power of boobnosis, and kind of a ditzy attitude. Kind of a dumb blonde. Jenny, strength, agility, and the heart of gold of a Hooters girl. Harry Headbutt, ultra super strong and ultra stupid. And I based him on that stupid cop in the Da Vinci Code who I hated instantly. Superheroes, Sven Svensson, nullifies superpowers and a sad, mournful Lutheran attitude. And then there's Ava, who has agility and strength. Oh, I'm sorry, Jenny, strength and agility. She's a villain. I got them mixed up. Anyhow. Yeah, Jenny is kind of based on Hannah Montana, an evil version. Anyhow. Chapter 58, the chapter where heroes Alfred Hitchcock suspensefully sneak past the villains. The twin-boobed nuclear power plant on I-5, the corridor to the reactor core room, a Sunday, 6:13 p.m. Synchronized footsteps echoed. So did synchronized singing. Barbie boobs, Barbie boobs, Barbie boobs, Barbie boobs. Several male soldiers marched down the corridor, their hips sachet swayed, Barbie's boobnosis controlling their minds and bodies with an iron grip. Army uniformed Sven and Ava marched behind them, singing along. But Sven's mournful Lutheran hips were unused to swaying. He did his stumbling best. The soldiers began marching into the core room. Barbie's high, sultry voice sang out, chilling Ava and Sven's spines. Come here, boys. I'm still hungry. Sven and Ava hurriedly pasted themselves to the side of the corridor just as the last soldier entered the core room. They prayed they hadn't been spotted. They heard more. Oh yeah, I love a military man in uniform. Rip! And I love him even more out of it. They heard smooching, licking, rubbing, moaning. Sven and Ava saw the same thought in the other's face. Yuck. They peeped into the core room. Barbie's limbs anaconda wound around a tall, muscular, male shirtless soldier. She kissed and licked every square inch above his waist. Her hands did stuff below his waist that the author will not describe because this book is not hard R rated. Heaps of passed out male soldiers are strewn about Barbie. Barbie was famous for her never-ending stamina even before she got superpowers. A fresh batch of mindless, hypnotized soldiers stood at attention in line for Barbie. Jenny and a certain smooth-chested soldier boy lay next to each other, both looking at the ceiling. The boobnotized soldier was even more blank-faced than the latest teen boy heartthrob of the month. Jenny, angsty girl love, lying next to a hunky guy without thinking about what usually comes next. Harry argued with Spinoff, who pointed and said, Cal did not kill Jack. Jack is standing right over there. Look! Harry used irrefutable logic, which would probably do him well in a Republican White House. Cal killed Jack! Harry, no! Jack grabbed a kneaded chest of his hypnotized female soldiers, his eyes wide, rolling and crazy, his mouth working. Precious, precious, must mush more precious. Sven and Ava's eyes shone with, the villains are busy and are several yards away, hope. Ava pointed at the huge bowl, then at the catwalk above it, where the very tippy top of the superfix machine showed. Sven's pale face. He's Swedish. They all have pale faces. His face turned even paler. He pulled Eva back into the corridor and whispered, Dad is really high up there. Ava whispered back, "You have to climb that convenient ladder to the catwalk." She pointed to that, the bull conveniently hiding it from the villain's sight, to get a clear shot at the superfix. "But," Sven whispered, the sound of his gulp making Ava wince, "I am afraid of heights." Ava was inexperienced and angry, but she did a good imitation. "What? But you've always wanted to fly. That's why you wanted superpower in the first place." "That is the reason," Sven's mouth drooped. His eyes swam with "I'm such a coward." "To conquer my fear." Ava's golden heart did its job. She pulled Sven to her, warmly hugged him and kissed him. She took his face in both hands and said, "I'll climb with you." Silently, sneakily, Sven and Ava creepily crept into the core room. They shuffled, imitating the hypnotized soldier's stride, just in case they were seen. They ducked behind control panels, into shadows, behind piles of groaning soldiers, closer, ever closer to the ladder. Heart palpitating moments later, Sven stood at the base of the ladder, looking nervously up to its top. Ava leaned in his ear and whispered, "I'll be right behind you." And then, "You!" Jack's voice, aimed at Ava, who was just barely in Jack's sight while Sven was not. "Come to me, my bimbo!" Ava's eyes went wide, her body stiffened. She whispered to Sven through unmoving lips, "Go." She put on her best waitress-happy smile and shuffled towards Jack. Sven's eyes teared, his arms trembled. By the way, this is from North by Northwest. It's one of my favorite movies. Looking neither up nor down, only in front, Sven carefully, quietly climbed. Jack had run in front of Ava to crazy lust stare. Over Jack's shoulder, Ava saw Sven climbing. She forced her face to stay happy, like when she worked overtime during football season. Jack moaned, gasped, slobbered. "You're not as muscled as the others." His twitchy hand slowly moved towards Ava's chest. "Your eyes more light than my other bimbos." He licked his lips. "Are your precious as lively, firm, mushable?" Ava barely avoided flinching when Jack grabbed her chest. He needed and moaned, "Precious, so precious." Jack froze. His eyes widened with recognition. A spark of sanity lit in them. He looked at Ava again. "You're a super!" Ava yelled, "And you're a pervert!" She punched him in the nose. Jack staggered back. Ava saw Sven slip at the top of the ladder. If the others should hear him, Ava threw Jack away from the bull. She jumped on him, punching, kicking, yelling, screaming, ensuring that everyone would look at her, not at the catwalk. Jack had copied Ava's super strength and agility. He tried to punch her, but Ava had years of experience at dodging grabby male hands. He couldn't touch her. Ava smiled when she saw the villains running to her. Sven would have his shot. Sven's flailing feet found the ladder again. He lurched up to the catwalk and fell face first on it. He raised his head, and he saw, filling his awestruck vision,